from the state of Georgia, Representative Carter. Welcome for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank all of our witnesses for being here today. You know, listening to this hearing today, it just appears like it's just the disagreement over fossil fuels all over again. I mean, it's as if my colleagues on the other side of the aisle already predetermined a policy with an outcome in mind that doesn't really take into account real life issues and real life implications. You know, if we want to reduce emissions, and we've got a lot of options at our disposal to make sure that we do that. But instead, it seems like the rhetoric has been that we can't have a future at all with reliable fossil fuels, even though the fossil fuel industry has done a great job of decreasing emissions and you know, even if they were to go to a net negative or a net zero, I'm not sure that some of my colleagues would accept it at all. It just seems to be a war on fossil fuels. You know, in today's case, we've got two bills that we're talking about, and two of them basically just eliminate plastics. In fact, one of them is called Breaking Free from Plastic. So it just bothers me. I'm a pharmacist by trade, and I know the importance of plastic in PPE, personal protective equipment, but also in pharmaceutical manufacturing. It's extremely important. And to say that it can't be done, I disagree. I have to wholeheartedly disagree. I've got two examples here in Georgia. Nexus Circular. Right now, they're doing innovative advanced recycling. They're taking four types of used plastics that represent about 60% of the global plastic waste, and including in very difficult kinds of plastics like films, and breaking it down into base materials that then are used for new virgin quality circular plastics. This can be done in a circular fashion. They're doing it. They're doing it in this company. Even Coca-Cola, another Georgia company, has set a goal for at least 50% of recycled content in their packaging by 2030, which is not that far from now. So advanced recycling is how we can achieve this and how we should achieve this. There are other exciting things that are going on. There's a pilot project right now that's going on to create bioplastic caps and cups, bioplastic cups at 28 McDonald's in my district. Bioplastic cups. That's the kind of innovation that we need. I've always said, you know, it's going to take innovation to do this. I want to ask you, Mr. Seom, do you agree with Ms. Hoffman's characterization of advanced recycling, and what are your thoughts on this kind of truly advanced recycling like I described?
Well, we're wholeheartedly supportive of advanced recycling. First and foremost, much of the discussion today has been focused on what we can't recycle and what's difficult to recycle, and how we haven't kept up with the modernization of packaging. Flexibles in particular is something that you just mentioned. And one stat that's very impressive is 60% of flexible plastic goes into food or beverage applications. So the primary purpose of that flexible plastic is to prevent food waste, which, if it was a country in and of itself, would actually be the third largest emitter of greenhouse gases behind both China and the United States. That's a value for climate purpose. We need to figure out ways in which we can recycle it. And advanced recycling presents the best option at this point to take some of those hard to recycle, especially the multi-layer films, and keep them in the economy rather than saying one and done. So we absolutely support advanced recycling as one part of the puzzle.
What, Mr. Seom, what can the federal government do to encourage this and to facilitate it?
Yeah, I think what I indicated earlier was first, don't stifle it. That's most importantly. There's a lot of innovation that is already happening. Let it continue to develop. I would say encouragement also helps. And I think there are a number of things being done. The Department of Energy in particular has done some studies and also promotion of this. But at the end of the day, this is billions of dollars of research and development that's going into it, and it's producing things like this. This is an advanced recycled product. Not to make this into a show and tell, but that's what we've gotten, and it shows that it's possible.
Well, thank you, and thank you again to all the members of the witnesses here for this hearing. And thank you, Madam Chair, and I yield back.
So the gentleman